is going on, guys? Slickby here, and today, less caffeinated than yesterday, we are back with another War Thunder video. Now today we're going to be covering the Raketenjagdpanzer 2. Fuck, I'm bad, I know, I get it. But it's not that bad, right? The Raketenjagdpanzer 2? Whatever. The RJP 2. The rocket tank for the Germans. Now, very skeptical going into this one. You guys asked a lot about this. You guys wanted to see it, and I was like, okay, I don't know. It has missiles controlled by WASD, and I didn't know how I felt about that, which is kind of, an issue. They're not as easy as using the mouse aim ones. That being said, they're a lot easier to control than I thought, and part of the reason why is see how slow these missiles go, 150 meters per second. It's like 100 meters per second, almost 100 meters per second slower than the Russian ones, and it's almost 200 meters per second slower than the American ones. So while yes, they are controlled by keys, they're a lot easier to control because they go slower. So their movements aren't as crazy. They fly a lot more stable, I would say. As soon as you move a mouse with the Sheridan, the missile goes AWIRE. It's gone. With these, you can actually correct the flight a couple times until it hits the target. Now, another thing with these is they're actually more powerful or more penetration than the other two ATGMs. These are very, very good rockets. They're very strong. I noticed that they kill a lot easier than the other two rockets. So I would say they have the best rockets in the game. You see, I don't even have tracks for this thing. And the last thing that I want to say about this tank in a whole is why it's so good. So the rockets are easy to control. You guys will see some gameplay after this. We'll do some post commentary over some gameplay. But this is part of the reason. You see my crew is red right now, but look at the lineup that you have to choose from at this BR. This is the biggest strength of this tank is its backup, or it can be a backup for something even greater. We get the Leopard. This is my lineup I've been running with. The Kugelblitz and the Quellian, I would say, are the best AA in the game. The Quellian is amazing. The Kugelblitz is amazing. I don't even have the Quellian, but I know it's amazing. People talk it up so much. Now, when I say it's the best AA in the game, it's for shooting down planes. The ZSU-57 is really good at killing tanks, but this is really good at shooting planes down. You have the best tank in the game, the Leopard 1. You have the Jagdpanzer 4.5, which is the same chassis, just a tank destroyer, which has a good gun and it's pretty fast. And then you get to choose from the Arados and the Horton. All these planes are just fantastic. All these vehicles are fantastic for combined arms, and you get to put them all in one lineup. So that's part of the reason why this thing is so deadly. Is okay, you take it out, you get a kill, you get 2 kills, you die. Oh, now I have to use the T-54 or the T-10, right, in the IT-1. But if you die in this thing, you get to use the Leopard. I would use the Leopard from the start of most matches. So, it's just wow, okay. And then let's say you die in the Leopard, and you have 2 planes, and you're like, okay, I'm going to spawn in the Arado and bomb stuff. It's amazing. You have so much versatility with the lineup that you can get because the Leopard is the best tank in the game. You know what I mean? It would be like having a top-tier ATGM for Britain, and then you get the Falcon, the Hunter, the Chieftain. You know what I mean? And then you get that ATGM tank, and it's good. It's just like a double whammy. So while this tank maybe is average in the rocket standpoint, I would say it's better than the Sheridan. I would say the IT-1 might be a little bit better just because it's easier to use. But with mastery, getting this thing down, especially with the 2 rockets, it's pretty damn good. So let's go over and take a look at some of this gameplay. Alright, so taking a look at the first game I played in this bad boy. First game ever. One quick thing I'd like to note, if you guys are going to play this tank, for yourself, or if you have the STRV, this is something I didn't grasp, and I didn't grab it yet. It might happen in this game, and I know it definitely happens in the next game. I miss a kill because of it. The controls are inverted. Now, that makes sense to me now, but Slick, who just wants to get kills, didn't think about it that way. So what I did was I pressed S, which is I thought would push the missile down, and it pulls it up, kind of like the plane elevator would work. So that's what happens with the missiles that are controlled by WASD. They are inverted. Now, that was just a quick note. As you see, I take up my nice position in Poland here. I like using this spot for the Leopard, so I figured it'd be a good spot for this tank. I had some trouble with the scope getting into the bushes right here, and it was just kind of difficult. Another thing to note is if you're aiming completely forward or a little to the right, little to the left, the opposite missile to the side you're looking or leaning cannot fire right at your focal point. You have to be aimed directly straight ahead. You'll see here I shoot twice and the other missile is kind of goes off like this. It goes straight out to the right, not going where I was aiming. And the reason for that is because my tank is tilted to the right and this thing is hitting my telescope. So the missile can't go left anymore. So both missiles have very bad, I want to say gun depression, but it's not. It's like they can't look to the left or to the right depending on what side they're on, and then they have full range of motion out from the outside of the tank. But then you can only have one. So, it's pretty interesting. Now, we do know that this thing does carry 2 missiles on top. They reload the same way as the IT-1 kind of. The rails go back into the tank, pull these missiles out, and they're ready to shoot, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty much, all I have to say about how to play this tank, what to do with it. It's a sniper. All ATGMs are snipers in this game. And another thing is, since this is controlled with WASD, you think, well, slick, it's controlled. Yeah, you can't move when you're shooting these things. And even to a degree of reloading, you can't shoot until the rail is back inside the tank. So if you shoot one side, trying to be cheeky, and you control with WASD, you can't move until that missile has exploded and it's coming back down off the rail. The rail's coming back into the tank. It gives you a kind of huge window where you can't do anything. You see the Russians are pretty much rolling us at this point. It's super soon into the game. But I was like, okay, they're going to roll us. Let me just shoot some side shots. I do mess up a little bit here. If I played this exact scenario again, but I was right now, I feel a lot more comfortable in this tank. I would have taken some shots that I didn't. And I probably could have got around 4 kills, I would say. Like, I would have taken a shot here and probably hit it. I did try to push the missile down again, and I pulled it up. Not really paying attention. Like right there. I think I pulled it up. And then this is just a bad shot. Not really paying attention. But their missiles are a lot easier to control than you'd think. And I definitely am going to try to do like around building shots and stuff like that with these. It's definitely possible with the 150 meters per second. They fly pretty slow. It's pretty nice. Now another thing is I'm pretty sure missiles can explode on the rails. And they will count. Kind of like the... What tank? The T-99? The Pershing with the Mickey Mouse, whatever, the premium American tank that has the missiles on the side. That thing, those shells explode with an HE, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for these ATGMs, but the only thing is, when you're at this high of a level, a lot of people are shooting Sabo around and stuff like that, and I don't know if that's enough to detonate these missiles. You have to hit the warhead, unless it's an HE shell or something like that, so I don't know. But, I mean, this tank is not really known for its armor anyway. As you can see, I got a kill from fire on that tank, and then easy peasy kill on the zoo right there. No problema. And we're getting pushed by some of these guys. I wish this was a shot. If this was me now, I would have shot for the side of that tank, but I ended up clipping the ground in front of me, having to back up, kind of scrambling. I was a little scared. And there you go. T10 puts the nail in my coffin. See, a more confident B would have shot that SU-122 and knocked him out, but even if I did do that, there wasn't enough time to stop the onslaught of the enemy tanks. So, without further ado, just enjoy the rest of this RJP2 gameplay, guys, to some music. I hope you enjoyed this video. This tank is pretty damn good. It surprised me a lot. I will be doing live commentaries with this tank in the future. I just figured I'd cover it because I had such a strong opinion on the Sheridan. I had such a good opinion about the IT-1. And a lot of people were wondering, Slick, what do you think about the other Tier 5 ATGM vehicle? Well, I think it's pretty damn good, and I would actually say that in terms of the game, it's probably the most effective just because it has its backup as a Leopard. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what's around it, it is the best one in the game, the most viable to use. I would say it's the best backup vehicle. I still wouldn't want to use ATGMs as my primary vehicle. I would come out with a Leopard. and then know that I have the RJP as a backup. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, leave a like on the video if you liked it. Dislike the video if you disliked it. Tell me why you disliked it if you didn't like it. A lot of people have been leaving dislikes and not saying anything in the comments. Comments are overwhelmingly positive, and then I'm getting no constructive criticism for like 10 dislikes a video. I don't know if people just don't like me or something like that, but tell me why. Let me know. I'll try to fix it for you. We gotta appeal to the haters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Peace.